Welcome to my home in Rashidia. Tonight I make a dish with eggplant, baked eggplant and minced meat. So let's have a look what I have. Start with the minced meat. You might wonder why this is already pre-cooked. Because 2 days ago I bought the minced meat fresh and I did a different dish. And if you want to keep the minced meat at home, don't keep it raw. Just cook it, and like I did, I just cooked it, and then you can keep it again 2-3 days in the fridge or freezer, whatever. But when you buy minced meat, do not freeze it again, and do not leave it uncooked more than a day in your fridge also. So hence, that's why I cook the meat before. Then I have, start here with tomatoes, eggplant, zucchini, onion, ginger, garlic. Then I have cream cheese. What I do with that, with the cream cheese, I add very little cream. So instead of putting mozzarella or whatever in between, which I sometimes do, so I use a cream cheese with little cream, so very thick cream sauce. And I will put a little bit of fresh basil inside, and then put it as a layer inside. And I have tomato paste. I peel tomatoes or pureed tomatoes, which I have here, already opened one packet, and the mozzarella cheese on top for grating. And when I cook the dish or the meat, I will add fresh za'atar. This is local grown fresh za'atar, which is amazing. It's a little bit spicy because we know za'atar only most of the time when it's dry. But it's pretty amazing the way it is. So I will use that for the meat. So now I will start to fry the zucchini first and finish the meat, and then let's go. Here we go. My pots are ready. I will put first a little bit butter. If I would cook the meat for longer, I would use oil. But as the meat is cooked, so basically my fat is for the onions and ginger and garlic, so I use butter because it's better taste. And a good butter tastes always better than any oil. So I will put the heat a little bit down, because we know butter should never temperature should never go higher than 130, because then butter will burn. So it's not like oil where you cook in 150, 160 centigrade, no problem, but butter never more than maximum 130, otherwise it will burn and it's not nice. Burnt rosette is nice, but black butter when it's burnt is horrible. So always when you cook with butter, make sure that your temperature doesn't goes too high. So now I add the meat. And straight the tomato paste. So now I cook this for a few minutes. And then I add the fresh tomato puree and a little bit of chicken chop. Now I add my za'atar. Okay. I mean, I could put the whole pieces and take after the big pieces out, but this is okay. I just do it like this. Smells beautiful. Okay, so I think this is enough. Now I put the fresh tomato puree. You can either use fresh tomatoes and peel them and chop them, or just chop them. because when you cook it long enough, you don't even need to peel them. What I use here is a product which is already peeled and chopped, so you do whatever you like. As long as you get tomatoes which is close to fresh tomato is nice. Okay, so now I will cook it again for a few minutes, and then I will add a little bit chicken stock, and in a few minutes it will be done. Okay, now as I said, I add a little chicken stock. Then I put the flame down and keep it simmering for 10-15 minutes, because the meat was almost cooked. You just have to make sure that the meat is cooked. Then it all depends what kind of meat you use. Some meat, needs to cook longer, some less. So this is very good quality. That was US topside, so which is a very nice meat. It doesn't need to cook too long. This one is for the eggplant, which has a little bit more oil, and this is for the zucchini, which just has a very little, because the zucchini I just fry a little bit there. Eggplant we need to see to basically almost shallow fry. You can also deep fry. So there's a lot of discussions. A lot of people actually, before they fry the eggplant, they salt them, because it says that when you salt the eggplant, they will not take as much oil when you fry them. So I personally don't do it, but I know quite a few people who are doing it, and they believe that there is less oil. I think when the oil is the right temperature, it is okay. For me, I see only the issue with the eggplant. If the oil is cold, then it won't work. Okay. So my minced meat is almost done. Let me just taste it. Perfect. What I have now in my mouth is a fresh za'atar. Exactly what I wanted. Fantastic. So, switch it off. Done. Because if I cook it longer now, then the meat will get dry, and I don't want that. See, it looks almost like a bolognese. Okay, then wait a little bit more. So it takes a few minutes now to cook that, and then we start to put it in a baking dish. So I have my cream cheese now. I just put, as I said, I put just a few drops of cream just to make it easier. I'll melt it because I want that nicely, that it goes everywhere. Because otherwise, if I could put cubes and put it, but then I have on some pieces I have a lot, on some pieces I don't have. This way I can divide it more evenly. So I just melt it. I will put a little bit of pepper, no salt, and then add the fresh basil, and then I can go to dress, because my vegetable is ready, my meat is ready, so I can go. Okay, so now I put everything in my baking dish. You want to have a look what I did with the eggplant when I put it out of the pan. I put it in between kitchen paper you see the grease what is in here. I don't want to eat that, so it's always important when you do that, use a piece of kitchen paper. And so now one level is there. Now I put level meat. Smells nice. Okay, so make sure it goes everywhere. I think I will put everything in one layer. Okay, so I have all my meat inside. I still smell the fresh latte. Okay, so now next the zucchini. What I do with the zucchini now, when I put them, you see when I cooked them, I didn't season them, so I have to season them a little bit now. Not too much salt, because I put cheese also, so I have to make sure that the cheese level does not exceed the salt what I want. So perfect. Now next, as I said, I season them a little bit with pepper. Not too much, because the meat sauce was perfect seasoned, so I don't have to put too much. Now I put, next will be the tomatoes. Okay, here we go. You see some slices are nice, some are not. I use all the end pieces, everything goes inside. Even here, if you see, I had 2 pieces of cherry tomatoes left, they go inside. Okay, now I will put the cream cheese. It's hot. So as I said, if you want to put a different cheese, you want to put a few slices of mozzarella or something inside, it's fine also. But I will just put it like this. It's just cream cheese and a few drops of cream, sorry. The cream cheese and the cream both is Ala, which is nice European dairy cream, and cream cheese, so it's perfect. So, but I don't want to put too much, because otherwise the dish is getting too heavy also. So then I finish it off with eggplant. Okay. Now the mozzarella. And then it goes in the oven. Doesn't take long in the oven, because as you know, the meat was cooked, the eggplant was cooked, the tomatoes don't need to be cooked, and the zucchini almost cooked. So it will go basically only as long in the oven until the cheese is melted, and then we are ready to eat. Okay. So it's about 15 minutes now. Look at this. Perfect. So now we're going to eat. I'm looking forward. Okay, now let's put a piece plate. Ah, looks yummy, 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 yummy. Really nice. Even if the presentation is not the best now, because this is the way it is, but it's okay. So finish it off with a nice piece of fresh basil, and let's clean the plate a little bit. Voila, here we go.